Welcome to 2016, lovers. Time to get your sex and dating life back on track. In today's show, we're talking orgasms, foreplay anxiety, making your threesome dreams come true, and more. Thanks for listening. It's the new year, and you know what that means. Time to make those resolutions and get our lives in order. Now, I can't go to the gym for you, but I can help you get your finances in fighting shape, and that starts with checking your credit. But you can't just get your credit score on any old site. Trust me, I've gotten so dinged before. I paid $15 to check my credit at another site for 1 month and was charged for an entire year. It was so annoying. So let me give you a tip. Go to Credit Karma. They do things differently there. Credit Karma offers truly free credit reports with no strings attached. They don't even ask you for your credit card information when you sign up. Plus, Credit Karma doesn't affect your overall credit score, and it only takes 2 to 3 minutes tops. I didn't believe any of this, so I timed myself. I did this yesterday. It took me 1 minute and 17 seconds. That's it. I was done. There was my credit score. They don't just show you the score and send you on your way and you're like locked out of the site. They actually break it down for you so you can see how your actions affect your credit. It's very informative. Now you may not get to those crunches, which is totally fine, but you can feel more confident about your finances this year. So visit creditkarma.com/save now to get your free report. That's creditkarma.com/save.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's gotta have her standards. Oh my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com. You can check out all of our podcasts, sign up for our mailing list, which you totally should be on our mailing list because, you know, we give good emails around here. And check everything else out. Find us on iTunes. I love you all. Thank you for listening to the show as we're going into our 11th year, right, Menace?
11th. That's
Holy moly.
Crazy.
Oh, and we just released the 10-year anniversary show podcast.
I know. How do people like it? I'm sure they enjoyed it.
We just released it, and I think that people are loving it. Apparently, it sounds really good. I haven't listened to it yet. I was there.
Oh.
No, but I'm going to listen to it. But it actually, you know, it was a wonderful night. Have we talked about it yet on the show?
We just said that it was awesome and it was coming out.
Yeah, it was awesome. Are you done texting? Or did you?
No. There was something that I failed to mention last time because I told everybody that I was traveling. And I really wanted to mention this because it's awesome and you're going to love it too. So I told everybody over break that I was traveling to New Orleans. I was going to Honduras. I was going to Cozumel, Mexico, all these other places.
Interesting trifecta, yes.
Yeah, but because I was on a cruise and there's a port in New Orleans. But when I was in New Orleans, I ran into some listeners of the Sex with Emmy show. Like I was hanging out, my girlfriend and I, it was raining. We were at this cafe, and this girl comes up to me and says, I listened to the Sex with Emmy show. I love it, and it was so cool.
No
so
way, in New Orleans. I love it.
And I want to give her a shout out. And
okay, well,
she hit me up.
Thank you, New Orleans. I love having listeners in New Orleans. That makes me happy. I think we need to do a traveling show there. We should do our next live show in New Orleans.
Oh my God, it would be a perfect place to do a show.
I think so too. So happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
You know, how your resolutions coming? Did you make resolutions?
Yes, I did. You want me to share them?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah. Save money because I've been traveling, getting too crazy, spending money.
Right.
Again. And then connect more with friends. I think like I've been focused. I have another thing to share, but I think I've been so focused because moving to Los Angeles, like, okay, we got the other show that I do, the Woody Show, the morning show, like, we have to make a name for ourselves in Los Angeles. We really got to, rebuild everything because no one knows us here. And then just been focused on that for 2 years. So I haven't, my best friend from high school lives in Los Angeles, and I've only seen him twice since I've been here.
Yeah.
So it's been nonstop, but it paid off, and now I'm staying here for another 3 years.
That's great.
So I'm saying, the Woody Show, Alt 98.7 in the morning in Los Angeles, we were staying for 3 more years, and now I can like
Congratulations.
relax a little bit.
Right, that's good. So
And-
start to be more social.
yeah.
It's so funny you say that because we moved here about the same time. You might have moved here a year after I did.
Yeah.
But I was here for 3 years, San Francisco for 20, and same thing. I moved here. It's been all about work, which is great. The Sex with Emily show has been just growing, the whole brand, everything. I love it, love doing it. But I realized, gosh, I haven't really done a lot of social things. Haven't made a lot of new friends. I mean, I meet people, but it takes a while. You got to put energy into
Yeah.
it and make efforts. So that's a good one.
Yeah,
I like it.
So I think that's it. I just really want to reconnect with friends.
I want to
and
see LA. Like
hang
I
out.
really am in 1 mile radius of my whole life. It's
No.
like
How many times have we hung out since I've been here? None.
Zero. No,
Zero.
not one.
See?
I just see you here. I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But it is amazing to see you here. Also, I went to the Grateful Dead show on New Year's Eve. Just want to tell you that. I don't even know if you
On
like the
New
Grateful
Year's
Dead.
Eve? That's
Yeah. Oh my God, it
huge.
was huge. We had like second row. We had VIP.
What?
It was amazing. Yes.
Second row. The
Dude,
Dead?
it was amazing. I know. I love the Dead.
That's
That's kind of my thing.
crazy.
And it was fun. It was good. I worked, but I kind of took some time off and reflected and thought about the same things you did. That like, God, I really want to, now that I'm here, work is great. I'm going to, get a life.
Yeah,
So that's
do
good.
it.
I know. And so also January 16th and 17th, if you're listening to this, Sexual Health Expo. It's in Los Angeles at the Universal Hilton Hotel. This is our 4th one. Okay, we started a year ago in Los Angeles. We took it around the country. It's been so successful, and I want you all to, I want to see you there. I'm going to be there doing a live show. Go to sexualhealthexpo.com for more information. And we're giving away tickets. Are we going to have time for people to get tickets by now when they come out? Yeah, okay. So email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com, why you want to go. Each ticket is good for 2 people, so you can bring a friend. And it's top sex educators. You guys have heard me talk about it. We have latest and greatest toys. It's going to be a good time. Two-day conference. Yes.
All right. So sorry.
Yeah, are you done?
I've been
Like
looking
being
at my
on your phone? I'm so
No.
distracted. I'm
Well,
distracted
I
by
wanna
your
shout
distraction.
out one of our listeners. Jeez.
Okay.
So,
Jeez.
Tinky.
Tinky?
06 on Instagram is who I met in New Orleans, and thank you so much for listening. And
Yeah, hi, Tinky.
Tinky, what's up?
Tinky, what
Sorry,
up?
I
You're
wish
like a dog with a bone.
I wish
you haven't even been here. Like, welcome.
I know. I really I wish I could remember your name, but I was completely drunk for like the past 7 days there. So
Yeah, only
I
7
couldn't
days.
remember anything.
I got a drunk text from you in Las Vegas a few weeks ago. I think you've been
I
drunk
know,
for a
I
month.
wasn't really drunk.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
You were
I was
sober.
texting.
Yeah.
I was just saying hi.
I know, because you missed me. This is going to be our year.
Yeah.
What else? I feel like there's so many other things. My brain, but we're just going to go into some sex in the news. I feel like I'm happy seeing you here. So,
Yeah.
okay. God, I don't even like this word, but music tampon, which is super sexy, allows fetuses to listen to your mixed tape in the womb.
Oh, I saw that. I don't know
Over the years,
how I
studies
feel
have
about
shown
that.
music listened to during pregnancy may have a positive effect on babies after they're born, and some believe that auditory fetal learning can help later with a child's memory skills and brain development. A recent study has found that fetuses can detect sound as early as 16 weeks. So the invention resulting from the study in Baby Pod is a pink speaker that a woman inserts into her vagina, like a tampon. Allows the fetus to listen to music right from within the womb. And the ultrasound showed the fetuses are responding to the music by moving their mouths and tongues as if they were performing like a lip sync battle.
I mean,
I know. Like,
direct
seriously.
contact with the music. I don't know.
I don't know. But I mean, if that's
Like-
going to do it, I think. But then can you drink too or something? I mean, I feel
that's
like when
a
you're
little
pregnant,
too much.
there's so many things you have to do. And now you got to stick this thing in your vagina so your kids can learn music.
I thought it was a musical tampon.
You did?
Yeah. Like,
Why the hell would you
that
want
had
that?
I don't know.
Hey, if you're period, you're really pissed, you hate everyone, and you want to kill
I
everyone.
just-
But here's some music in your vagina.
I just saw this
just
thing
for fun.
online the other
Helps
day
PMS.
where you hide
That's actually not
weed in
bad.
tampons.
Why do you need to do that?
You don't actually put those in you, though. They're just to sneak them into festivals.
Oh, okay.
Just FYI. I know what those are.
Madison, have you stuck a tampon in your
Yeah.
vagina to festivals?
How much weed has been in your vagina?
And let's not
a
share a
lot.
bowl next
Yeah.
time once you're done, okay? Let's just say that.
No, they make them so people can sneak drugs into festivals. They're
Okay.
like tampon shells, and you can like put like drugs in them, but you don't actually put them in you. They're just to hide from security when you
Good
get
to
pat down.
know. Okay, Madison, just full of information.
Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Okay, experts say 3 p.m. is the best time of day to get your freak on.
All right.
So biologically, there's an ideal time for you and your lover to do the no
3
pants
p.m.?
dance. 3 p.m., which is good for you.
I
'cause-
support that.
Yeah, dude, you can go home after the show and bang your
Hell
girlfriend.
yeah.
It's 3 p.m., according to Daily Mail, because in the afternoon, women have high levels of the hormone cortisol, which helps alertness, and they're most energetic. Around the same time, men have elevated levels of estrogen making them more emotionally present during sex.
Sweet.
Which is what we all want. We just want you to look into our eyes and tell us we're beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And be present.
That's what it's all about.
So what about morning wood, though? Wouldn't you think that was the ideal time when you stick the dick in the back? Because while men sleep, they produce testosterone. Mm-hmm. It's a key hormone, obviously, in sexual arousal, and levels peaks in early to mid-morning, meaning this is the perfect time for the men to have sex.
I know. Didn't women, they liked having sex in the late at night, right? And then men liked it in the morning.
In the morning, because I already have a boner I'd have if you were here or you're not, so I'm going to stick it in you.
Why is shit so goddamn complicated?
I know. Why can't we all just get boners at the same time?
I don't
Exactly.
know.
Well, it's funny because I was out for drinks last night, and I was out with this friend, Carrie, and then I ran into another guy I know, and if she's a reporter as well. She writes about sex. So I ran to my friend Matt, and we started talking about, for some reason, this is funny, he said to me, he was telling me his crazy sex stories about girls, and he said this one woman I was with, it was he's like, we've been hooking up for a month, and I rolled over and I tried to have sex with her, and she got out of bed and started screaming at me, how dare you, just start without even foreplay and just putting it in, in the morning, I'm not ready yet, and da-da-da.
What a high maintenance biatch.
Dude, I know. I'd be goodbye. That's the point. It's so easy. You just do it. I'm always down. I'm barely awake. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, I slept a little more. I slept through, sleep sucks. So I didn't understand that. He had another interesting story I'll share with you, which was that we were talking about a friend we have in common, which I won't mention, but she's not, whatever. Someone that we both know. And he said, I was sleeping with her, and they'd never hooked up before, but they were they were just started dating. They'd gone out a few times. And the first time they were together, they got in bed, and they were making out, and she says, how do you feel about anal?
Sweet.
And he was not sweet, though. He was
I love it.
No, but she was saying that, she doesn't want a commitment. She wants to take things slow. That was the preface to it. And then she said, I really, really like anal, and I'd like to do that. And he was he wasn't into it. It wasn't his thing, and it kind of freaked him out, and he left. So I thought that was interesting that she played the anal card, right? That a lot of people kind of say that's what she needs or requires, and he was saying it really was just not his thing. Although you're right, some guys would be very excited about it. So
she
just
might have had a penis though too.
No, I don't think she had a penis.
You never know because there was sorry, I'm running on no sleep, but there was this how do you say transsexual? I just don't want to. It's 2016. I don't want effing.
That's okay.
PC police on me right now.
Yeah.
But there was this one that used to come into this morning show that I used to be a part of, and that was the move, saying that I was really into anal sex.
Oh, so they didn't have to see the penis.
Yeah.
Right. No, she did not have a penis. It was just.
Did you know? Have you checked?
No, because the thing is that I didn't tell the story right, but the interesting part was he led by saying she was like, "Listen, I want to take it slow. I was hurt by a guy."
Captain, save him, He's just, look how sensitive and thoughtful I am. Guys are disgusting.
No, he just wasn't. He's like, we haven't even made out, and you're saying you want to. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Liar.
I'm saying, you know
Look how
what?
sensitive
I'm
I
not
am,
having judgment here.
Emily.
I'm just saying that
I
was
told the
interesting.
girl that wanted anal that I didn't want to do it. 95% of guys out there be like, fuck, awesome.
I don't think it's 95. Right away, first time. But I could be wrong. Let me know. Feedback at sexwithemily.com. Let's get into emails.
All right.
Because we've got so many emails to catch up on. I love when you email me. Feedback at sexwithemily.com. And you guys take great orders because we do ask you to include your name, your age, and where you live.
And how you listen.
So many orders, though. I always feel like I let that one go. How you listen would be awesome.
Yeah, do you listen on
and
Podcast
in fact,
One or
people,
iTunes?
Right, this person is telling us here. So
Rules.
Thank you. Emily, I love your podcast. I listen frequently on my iPhone podcast app. Very helpful.
Sweet.
I love it so much that I even bought myself my very own magic wand after hearing so many rave reviews on your show.
I mean, you've been pimping the magic wand for a long time.
Dude, before I even pimped magic wands, I loved the magic wand. It's the best. My question is about orgasms. I first started masturbating in college when I realized I needed to learn to get myself off before expecting a partner to. It was kind of like a shot in the dark at first, rubbing until I would feel the final total body release all of a sudden. The past 3 years or so, I've not been able to reach that final stage of explosion, and I can't figure out why. Of course, since I notice a difference, I can't help but think every time when I'm close if it'll happen. So I'm kind of mentally cock-blocking myself by doubting it'll happen. So she's about to orgasm, and then she's like, am I going to, and then she can't. I'm still able to enjoy clitoral stimulation and love using the magic wand, but it's the same thing. I hit a point where it seems like my body can't handle any more pleasure, and it just kind of stops. My whole body tenses up intensely, and I can't get it to relax no matter how much deep breathing I do to continue the sensation. To me, I've been considering it as an orgasm as of late, but I can't help but wonder if my body is in fact able to get past the tense level and keep going. See, guys don't have this at all. You're like, I came, I didn't come. Good night. Have you ever heard of this happening and had any tips for how I can get my orgasm back? Jay. She did not include her name and how old she is, by the way, but she did include her app that she was on the app. So she is orgasm blocking herself, and she's kind of wondering if she's going to feel it, and she's so caught up in her head that she's cheating herself out of enjoying it, which I think men and women have these same challenges when it comes to sex, that we sometimes, we're in the bedroom, whether we're masturbating with a partner, guys think, am I going to perform? Am I going to come too quickly? Is she into it? Am I turning her on? What does she think of my penis? And women are thinking a lot of things like, how does my body look? Will I be able to orgasm? But the thing here is, Jay, is that the arousal starts in your mind because our brain, largest sex organ. So she has to get her brain on board before anything is going to happen with her body. So the problem is she's probably just going in and trying to masturbate like she did in the past and like knocking one out, like guys kind of do, right? You're trying to just like whip it out. So you got to get your brain on board. So whatever turns you on, Jay, you might not even know. You can watch porn, you can read erotica, think sexy thoughts, think about the last time you were with someone and how they really turned you on. And you know what you should do, Jay? Take the orgasm off the table. Say, you know what? I'm going to spend the next week, I'm not even trying to have an orgasm. I'm just going to get to know my body. Because you said that you already did this work earlier. The reason why you started masturbating, which was amazing. I want to clap for you, that you knew that the way to have the best sex and to be the most satisfied in bed is to first, it starts with you and to know your own body. So once you take it off the table, you just need to relax and to say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to start touching my body again and see what makes me feel good. We have so many erogenous zones, a lot of them, our neck, our ears, our breasts, and tune into what your body is feeling. So it's like a seduction of yourself, like candles, again, like read erotica, watch porn, think about whatever you need to think about, use lube. Adding lube to masturbation will definitely enhance your experience. I promise you, women are more likely to orgasm when they use lube, and you can rub it all over your body. And just, tune into what your body's experiencing when you get aroused. And so think about that. And if you start to feel tense, like you said, don't try to fight it. Just be like, oh, I'm feeling tense, and then go back to your breath. And you said you already did the breathing thing, but that also takes practice. So just say, okay, I'm breathing. Deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth, take it back to what you're feeling in your body. Keep going back. And this might take you a few times. This might take you a month. But it's completely worth it because you know that you can orgasm. You know that you've experienced it before. And, you'll get back to that place. But it's going to take a little retraining of your body. And you mentioned that you use the magic wand and maybe you have a sensitive clitoris. If you have it cranked up to the highest setting and you're putting it directly on it, you could be overstimulating it. So you could turn it down. You could use it over your underwear or put a sheet over you. But, I just don't want you to rush it. I want you to actually, this is a great experience for you because perhaps when you learn to orgasm, you were super focused on that. And now you can start to focus on being more sensual with yourself and more intimate. And it'll be a bigger payoff. So that's what I got to say about that. Orgasms. Menace. Orgasms.
All about
never
orgasms.
Easy. Guys are like, I came, I didn't come. What's for dinner? It's so annoying.
It's very rare when a guy doesn't come.
I know.
It's weird saying come to completion.
You can say whatever you want on the show.
Don't you think though? It's very rare.
But it happened. Well, men who have delayed ejaculation
super
or retarded ejaculation is actually what it's called clinically. Intoxicated or men who just can't orgasm. It's common for men, they take an hour, they just can't orgasm during intercourse, but it's not as common as women who can't have orgasms during intercourse.
Don't you think 90% of women can't have an orgasm?
70% can't during intercourse.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
Think of how big that is.
But that's a lot.
Wise.
It's a lot. And it's probably majority of women you've been with. But the thing is that even if you can't naturally when you're just with your partner, there's so many ways that you can learn to. Again, most women don't receive enough clitoral stimulation during intercourse. So you can use your fingers, you can use a hand, you can use a sex toy, you can use lots of lube and rub yourself the same way that you do when you're having sex, and then just bring that when you're masturbating, bring that into your intercourse.
See why
we gotta be so complicated?
Why so difficult?
Dude, this is why we exist. This is why we're doing the show.
It is so weird because I talk to my gay guy friends and they just say how easy everything is.
Yeah.
They just look at each other.
I know.
you know. And then if I look at you at a bar, I have to have this whole conversation. Then I got to set up like a second date.
Right, you got to make dinner, the whole thing. Right, they're just already
like
outside.
Third date, and then finally getting laid, and then they're just looking at each other, and like 10 minutes later, they're getting laid.
It's true. It's not as
What the
complicated.
hell?
I know. What the hell, man? You should have been a gay man.
I should have been a
Still,
gay man.
not too late.
But the sex
I don't know.
hurts too much. I can't do it.
How do you know?
I'm just kidding.
Don't knock it till you try it. I got some toys. You can check it
No,
out.
I'm
You
good.
can probe that anus
I'm
and see
good.
what it feels.
It's just not for me. I never thought of a man sexually.
Okay, well, we can talk about that.
But
I
I'm
mean, I
sure
believe
you have many times.
Oh, many times. Many times. But first, I'd like to just give a shout out to our sponsors who help keep the show free so you can all listen to it. So, you know that I love my Magic Wand Rechargeable.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. It's from Vibratex, and that's a great company. But they also have another great toy to try in 2016. This is the Rabbit Habit Original Deluxe. So this is the rabbit that gave rise to the habit of people using the rabbit, like when it was on Sex and the City. And it started it all, and a lot of people have imitated it, but they've never equaled it. And they've even just improved it, the Rabbit Habit. It's the Deluxe by Vibratex. It has the highest, most satisfying level of satisfaction and use yet. It's smoother, it's silent, it's more powerful than ever, has a perfect body fit. Have you seen the original rabbit? It has a rotating shaft, it has these turning beads in it. And beneath these body safe materials, it transfers them. So you put it inside you, and then you've got you got vibrations, you got beads going around because the inner 2/3 of the vagina is super sensitive. It has motion control. You can control the ears separately, so it hits your clitoris. So it's like a whole clitoral G-spot party, barbecue, good time. So if you didn't get one for the holidays, get one for yourself now. The Rabbit Habit Original Deluxe from Vibratex, American company that's making pleasure pieces for 30 years. Go to vibratex.com.
Support America. We need the help.
We do. I think if people were using more toys and having more orgasms, we would be a much happier place. Don't you think?
Yeah, we would.
Okay, foreplay anxiety.
Foreplay anxiety.
That's what we got to talk
meaning,
about. Hi,
break it
Emily.
down
We'll
for
find
me.
out. Hi, Emily. I'm a big fan of the show. I had a question regarding foreplay. I've heard you say many times that long foreplay sessions will make for more satisfaction for my partner. I've been amping up the foreplay, and just about every girl I've slept with seems... No, I'm just laughing because this is so you.
Yeah.
Every girl I've slept with seems all the happier, which is great. However, sometimes I find myself getting a little anxious to get the whole penetration part. And I find myself getting slightly bored during a long session of foreplay. And as a result, I lose my erection. Is this normal,
That's
Ramon?
what I've been saying,
I know.
right?
This is your blood
yeah.
brother. Ramon.
No, because that's... Okay, it's because of the time limit. I told you. Is there like enough time? Because a guy, the moment he's kissing you, he's immediately erect, right?
Exactly.
And then, like, how long you're... Either two things are going to happen if you make out for a really long time. His boner is going to go down, right? Oh, what's the clinical way of saying it? I want to
he's gonna
sound
lose his
fancy.
erection?
Erection, right?
Since when do you want to sound fancy?
I
To
know.
happy 2016.
I know. I'm
Look
a
at
whole
you
new
all,
me,
like,
right?
I know. What happened to you there? Okay.
And then so he loses his erection, right? And then the second thing is going to happen is he's going to be too excited when he actually does penetrate, right?
Right.
And then the sex is not going to last that long.
Right. Well, okay.
It's guaranteed it's going to happen.
No, it's not. But okay, that's what's happened to
Yeah.
you. But that doesn't, if you even do foreplay. But it doesn't have to
do
happen.
that?
The reason I'm
Nobody?
laughing is because we've had a history on the show of me talking about foreplay, and Menace says, wait, back up. How long?
Yeah.
Like, just give me like
Just a
10 minutes,
clock.
5 minutes. Do I have to go down on her for 10 minutes? Like, what's the max? You always wanted me to break that down for you, and there is not. There's no magic number, but. Ramon,
Screw
you
me.
are not alone. Happens to a lot of men, even Menace here. Guys are so focused on the main event that foreplay starts to feel like it's a chore they have to do.
Ramon, you're doing it too long,
God damn
man.
it, I got to do that before I can watch cartoons.
2 minutes.
I know.
2 minutes of foreplay?
No, 2 minutes of foreplay is like we didn't even know you arrived.
Okay, Madison, you're with somebody. How much do you foreplay? Not too close to the mic. I'm sorry.
Okay. Foreplay probably about 15 minutes.
15
about average.
minutes?
Yeah, Menace is already done ordering a pizza
What the
at that point.
hell? Are you like... I did 15
true.
minutes of foreplay when I was like...
Well, I'm happy that
18.
you have a girlfriend and you've been with her a while because clearly she doesn't care. That's awesome. No, seriously,
I know, but 15 minutes, Jesus H.
15 minutes is minimal. Like Menace is saying on average. I mean, maybe, but
Yeah,
sometimes it could be longer.
It could be longer. It's been
But
longer
15
before.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
And it is a requirement. So, Ramon, you have to know that. Like, it's not a suggestion. It is a requirement. But you just got to find a way to make it more
15 minutes
arousing.
too long, Ramon. Save yourself.
You got to find a way to make it arousing for you. So, you got to get turned on by turning your partner on. You got to pay attention to how she's responding because I'm afraid that you're also inside your head, Ramon. So, if you're truly turning her on, like the way you're licking her, touching her, and the way she's moaning and moving, that could be an experience that could actually really turn you on. But I'm fearful that perhaps you're in your head and you're thinking, how much longer is this start working? Like you're clinically thinking about what's happening next. And so you have to get out of your head. Don't treat it like a clinical experience. Just let go and enjoy the moment. And it's also, you can choose foreplay that benefits both of you. The good old 69.
5 minutes.
69.
Well, see,
mutual masturbation.
That's what I don't consider foreplay. What I consider foreplay is
Why?
Just making out.
Blowjobs foreplay?
That's foreplay?
10 years.
God.
10 years, that's foreplay. Yeah. You think foreplay is only for women because women are always clamoring
I'm
for
thinking
it.
foreplay is like making out and boob
But it
touching
is,
and stuff like
it
that.
is.
But like full on
Technically, it's
blowjobs?
broken down into foreplay and then intercourse, which I think it's a spectrum, and you really shouldn't break it down because sex is sex. You can just have a whole lot of foreplay that feels really, really good. But, foreplay is blowjobs, oral sex. So you can have a blowjob too, minus that
The
can
world
factor
is
into.
changing, my
Listen,
friends.
your
A blowjob
blowjob
is just we just had foreplay. She blew me.
Yeah.
Like that's like I don't know. That's kind of like a big deal.
Listen to me. This
I don't-
is that could count into the 15
foreplay
minutes.
is like making out.
It's making out.
I guarantee
it's
you,
going
he's not
slow.
considering a blowjob foreplay.
Well, you know why is his? It is. But the way
You're a
I talk
sex
about
extremist.
foreplay is because I'm talking about women typically require it to be warmed up before sex. It's not like we're like, oh, this feels really good. Like I'd really like a massage day. No, our parts can't work. It's like warming up your car in the winter. Like, I'm from Michigan. We couldn't just like drive. I had to like warm up my car for 15 minutes before I could drive to school every day. So it's her car. It's not gonna. She's not gonna work unless you do this. Okay.
Something like,
not gonna
I
be
would
turned
really
on.
like some foreplay. Give me a blowjob. Like what?
Go home and see how that goes.
You're crazy.
Yeah. You could switch back and forth. She could
Yeah.
give you a little sucky, and then you could go down on her. Yeah, it's for both of you. It's equal opportunity. You're mind blown.
If you're,
I feel like
if
we
you're
could end the
going
show
down
now.
and you're getting blowjobs, you're already in the act going. You're in the you're like in the beginning stage of like full on sex. It's not like I don't know that doesn't seem
You
like.
don't have to finish that way. Do you always finish when she's performing? When she's going down on you?
No,
I'm like
I mean unless
performing
I
oral.
want,
I'm not going to get
unless I want that to happen. You know.
right. But sometimes she could just warm you up that way. I'm sure you're already
but
warmed
that's
up.
not
Whatever.
foreplay,
Let's move
though.
on to
The
threesome talk.
definition, That's crazy.
Dude, it is.
And
I
then the
can't
whole
believe
thing-
this hasn't
this
hit
whole
you. I'm
goes-
like,
no,
I don't
no,
even know what
this
to do.
also goes to
I
the
feel like
thing-
I've been talking to the wall for 10 years.
All right. Let's say this goes thing because this is another a thing that's been bugging me. That's kind of like
bring
in
it
the
up.
same in the same realm.
We should, yeah.
Right?
Go, Menace.
When you
Talk to me.
say when somebody says, it's with the younger kids these days. When they say I hooked up, when you say I hooked up with that person, that means you had sex with them, right?
No, no. It could mean like I touched her boobs.
No.
We had anal. Yeah,
No.
totally.
Hell no. That's
Hooking up does
hooking
not mean
up.
it does. Hooking up means like
Oh, I
we
hooked
made
up.
out in the car
Yeah.
and
No, when you say
I
you
banged
made
her
out
and
with
we had a
it-
threesome.
When you made out with somebody, you made out with them. Like
Nobody
oh,
says
I
I
made
made
out
out.
with her.
No, people just say we hooked up.
No,
Anything
when we
beyond
hooked
making
up-
out is hooking up. I think if you kiss someone, you'd say we made out in the car. But if they touched your boobs or anything else was involved, it's hooking up, which is a problem
way.
because when someone says we just hooked up, I don't know what that means.
No. See,
What do
that's
you think
I'm
it means?
saying. You have to define it more.
So someone say we hooked up, and I gave her a blowjob. She gave me a blowjob for
Yeah,
4 minutes, and then
yes.
I went down to her for 12, and then we had sex. I used a skin
No,
condom.
then when you had sex, that means I hooked up with that person. When
It's a
if I was
blanket
talking with a
umbrella
friend,
term.
talking to a friend, and I didn't have penetration with a girl, and I would say, "Oh," and she only gave me a blowjob. I wouldn't say I hooked up with that girl. I'd be like, "That girl gave me a blowjob."
That's because guys love talking about their penises getting sucked to their friends.
No, that's not it. Because the definition of hooking up is having actual sex. It's not making out or feeling boobs or anything like
It's
that.
if you had sex with them, you'd say I had sex with her.
You say I hooked up with her. That means having sex. I'm just trying to.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to clear it up for everybody.
I think you're. I don't really
Because
agree.
you know who like ruined it for everybody?
Who?
The goddamn Jersey Shore on MTV.
Why?
Because they said everything was hooking up, even if it wasn't like even if it was sex or not having sex.
But why do we really need to know anyway? We just know that they exchange some fluids,
I
whoever
want
it
to
is.
know if you had sex with that person or not. And
You want to know if it was penetrative, like penis and
Yeah.
vagina?
I'm
You can
like,
ask.
You can't just say going around saying I hooked up with that person if you didn't have sex with them.
Yeah, all the time. Maybe that's the way girls talk.
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah, we hooked up a little. We might say that. We went, yeah. That doesn't mean intercourse. Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't. Okay, what do you think?
upsetting.
Feedback at sexwithemily.com.
Yeah, it's upsetting. Or the new Twitter poll, do it.
Twitter poll. Oh yeah,
Yeah, you
follow
got
me
to.
on Twitter and Instagram. It's all at Sex with Emily. Like my Facebook page, which is friggin' taken off.
Love it.
I mean, it's still taking off. It's been around forever, but we like a
Good.
gazillion likes every week because people like us.
I love it.
Here we go.
They're
Threesomes.
not trying to shut you down.
Hi,
again,
Emily.
are they?
I'm a woman in my late 20s in New England, and I recently discovered your podcast. I've been enjoying it on the Pocket Casts app. I only ever had sex with men before, and I'm extremely interested in playing with women also. A possible threesome situation has come up with a man I've had casual sex with a few times and his other female casual partner who I've never met. Neither the man nor I have ever had a threesome before, but I don't know about the other woman. I think a threesome sounds great in theory, but I don't know how logistics would work. How do you make sure everyone's safe without ruining the mood since we all have other partners as well? How do you keep anyone from getting left out? I usually stay really focused on my partner during sex and like a lot of body contact, so I'm a little nervous about focusing on two people at once. I'm also nervous about the other two people being more into each other than me, and me being the only one left out. Any advice or tips you have would be greatly appreciated. Thanks in advance, Jessica. Totally normal concerns. She just laid out every single concern that people have in threesomes. So, Jessica, I'm going to give you some details here, but also we've done a lot of shows on threesomes, blogs, everything. So go to my website if you want to read more in specific detail. But these are normal, and everyone thinks about these things. But before you head to the bedroom with these people, figure out if you guys are going to work as a trio. So I would say get together for drinks, see if you like her, see if it's interesting, get dinner together, the three of you. Discuss it beforehand, You don't have to be like, hey, I'll have a dirty martini, so we all have a threesome. I mean, just see how you guys get along and how you jive. And make sure there is no jealousy. Make sure there's no weirdness or possessiveness between you guys. Because you said you're casual with him and that she's casual with him. But you might find that once you're with them and you see him with someone else, you might get a little jealous. She might get a little weird. You just don't know what's going to happen. So first, and also check your own feelings and make sure that whenever, I just check in. You're like, oh, I'm just casual. It's cool that maybe there's a little more there. I actually have to say that my best threesome, my award-winning threesome of my life, was in a very similar situation because it was a guy that I was truly casually dating. I was dating other people and he was dating other people, and he was with a woman and she's like, she's never been with a girl before. Do you want to have a
Put
threesome?
it together.
And I was like, let's grab a drink. So we went to the Lone Palm in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
Do you remember Lone Palm? We met for drinks there.
yeah.
I remember I have a picture of you with my dog there. Anyway, what else?
Dog that farted
so
on me,
the
by
dog
the way.
farted on you. And we went for drinks and we hung out and it was really fun. And I'm like, yeah, she's cool, hot. We went back to his house and it truly was this. We all talked about it. It was like this amazing threesome because we were not attached in a committed way, because there's a whole nother host of issues if you're in a relationship and you're thinking about having a threesome. Like, you gotta have, and you should also set boundaries this way, but this way, like, you really are all experiencing each other. You all, everyone wants to be pleased. No one's there, holding a video camera, and you're all on a level playing field. You're not like one coupled out. So these concerns won't be bothering you in the moment, I promise you. Typically, you're not going to be going, wow, she's touching he's giving him a blowjob and no one touching me. It just sort of flows together like a dance. And so they won't be bothering you. And if you're all like-minded and you're in it for the same reasons and you all just really want to have a threesome together, it will happen. Just also, again, make sure boundaries are set ahead of time, because he might be saying, or she might say, like, I don't want to watch you have sex with her. I mean, you guys got to talk about this stuff. Just say, hey, is there anything we don't want to do? And then finally, a word about safety. If he's going to have sex with both of you, he has to change the condom in between. You just do. So have a stack of condoms there. That's how you keep safe.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
I don't know if I would ever have a threesome that I would have to do all those rules,
What do you mean?
Like, she can't do this, she can't do that type thing.
I mean, for each couple, it's different. Like, if
because
you're
I think you're just setting yourself up for disaster if you do that.
But if they're like a lot of couples who are together and they decide they're in a really good place, they're strong. This is when couples should have a threesome. They're like, it'd be kind of interesting to bring someone else into the mix. The kind of rules you set are, he can't have penetrative sex with her. She can't sleep over. There's
the
no
point,
kissing.
What's the point of having
Hey,
a
to each his
threesome
own.
if it's like that?
I don't know. I'm just people have their own things, you know.
If somebody says that, then they're not ready for
you're like,
it.
I'd rather just go back to watching porn.
Yeah, because you're just setting yourself up for a nightmare. That obviously that person is a jealous person, and they're just gonna hold this whole threesome thing over your head for the rest of your life. It's gonna mess up your relationship.
Well, no.
Don't
Nobody
do
should
it.
have it if they're not in a solid place in their relationship.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah. So I think that's what we got time for. Is that correct?
It was great seeing you, Emily.
You too.
It was
Happy
fun.
New Year.
Happy New
Super
Year.
fun.
And I'm happy to stay here in Los Angeles for
3 more years. I love it. I love that you're not
yeah.
leaving. And since we're gonna both have the same resolutions of hanging out more.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't say that directly, but I know this is gonna happen.
Oh no,
It's gonna be a big year.
definitely. I mentioned earlier in the show. I was like, how many times did I hang out with you?
Zero.
Said zero.
I only see you
And
here,
it sucks. I
and
only
it's
see you
epic
here.
though. Every time I see you.
But
So-
yeah, every time we hang out, it's a good time.
I know. I love
I'm
it.
hooking up some type of cable for you, and then we have drinks.
Will you
It's
come over and
good
hook up?
times.
I'm gonna
What
get
am I
into
hooking up now? Your Sibian?
My
I
Sibian,
gotta hook the power.
my Sibian works just fine. It
Okay.
was the easiest thing to set up. But I am getting a new TV.
There's a lot of rain recently.
I know.
I gotta make sure
El
that you
Nino
have
or
a-
Super Nino.
I
Oh, what
gotta-
do I need to do?
I gotta hook up a generator to that thing or something for you.
My Sibian?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. God forbid, Super Nino, someone fix my goddamn Sibian.
Yeah, your
What am I going
power's
to do?
out.
Oh my God, that'd be just tragic. Okay, well, Happy New Year. Thank you, Menace.
Thank
Follow
you.
Menace everywhere at Menace,
Yeah.
right? I
And-
love it.
Oh, and my dog, my baby, I miss her. She's been
My dog
out of-
Churro
yeah,
on
my
Instagram?
dog Churro. She's out of town in San Francisco, but she'll be home soon.
Okay.
I
Well,
had to drop her off before
I miss
did
her.
my
I'll
travels.
I actually, last night when I couldn't sleep,
Mm-hmm.
I was up till 4 a.m. when you woke up in like my Instagram photo, and I was like, oh my God, Menace is going to work and I'm going to sleep. But I thought to myself, I really am ready for a dog. Like I felt like I wanted a dog in my bed.
Ooh.
Is that weird? Do you think I'm ready? Yeah, I'm ready. So I can
Get,
dog sit.
Get a cool dog like mine. She just hangs out.
Yeah, maybe. I'll dog
Just
sit.
chills.
I'm just
Your
want to
other
move into
dog
dog
was just
sitting.
too hyper.
I know. She was the wrong dog. For me. It's like a
my
bad
dog-
relationship.
My dog last time was here. She
I know,
just
didn't
laid on
even
the
know.
table.
I know. And you remember Stanley? Like, I wish I could have Stanley Anderson's dog, but I can't because it's his dog and he loves him. It's annoying. Okay. Thank you everyone for listening to the show. I love you, and thank you Madison, and thank you Lori and Alyssa and Menace. I love you. Thanks so much for listening. Was it good for you? Email me feedback@sexwithemily.com. Okay, everyone, thanks for listening to the show. And I gotta know, what's your New Year's resolution this year? You want to learn to cook, stay in shape, get in shape? Picking one is the easy part. It's sticking to it that gets tough, and Texture can help you see it through. Starting at less than $10 a month, Texture offers unlimited access to all your favorite magazines for less than the price of 3 magazines at the grocery store. I don't know about you, but when I see those magazines like $5, $6, I'm like, nah, I don't need it. But now, $10 a month, the price of 3, and you get as many as you want. Because I can catch up on my Cosmo articles, grab fashion tips from Glamour or Elle, read news from Time Magazine. It's so easy to use. You just click the headlines on the cover page, and Texture takes you to the right articles that interest you. You can use it on your smartphone. You can use it on your pad, your iPad. They even recommend stories for me daily. So once they see which articles, which magazines, which literally every magazine on the planet is available, it lets me dive deeper into my favorite topics. And the best part, they have hundreds of magazines to choose from, and they're all available. Sign up for Texture right now. Gain insider access to the very best reads, plus exclusive content. It is the coolest thing. I've downloaded the app, and I'm obsessed with it. But the best part is you can get a free trial. So go to texture.com/Emily. That's TEXTURE.com/Emily. So just don't waste time flipping through the pages, hoarding magazines, which I used to do, and I just threw them all out because I have so many. You're wasting your money because, come on, do you ever really read them? This way you can pick and choose. Take advantage of this offer now. Take on your New Year's resolutions. Get some serious magazines to help you with the know-how and to help you do it right this year. Go to texture.com/Emily, and you get to try it free. Check it out. Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love a little more, right? AdamandEve.com wants to give you more. They give you 10 free gifts. Who the hell does that anymore? Free gifts. You'll get a sexy surprise for her, a specially selected prize for him, and a little something that you'll both enjoy. Talking about spicing up the sex life, you'll enjoy it. You'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? Not hard at all. Go to adamandeve.com, select any one item, just enter offer code Emily at checkout, and you'll get 10 free gifts. That's adamandeve.com. Use code Emily for 10 free gifts. Thanks for listening.